Hello, my brother and sisters. Today, I want Muslims to think about Palestine and imagine a world where all Islamic countries come together under one flag as a single nation. But before we start, please remember to subscribe to our show. Now let's talk about it. Over 30,000 Palestinians have been killed since October 7th, making it the worst genocide of the 21st century. But the situation could get even worse. Israel is forcing famine and starvation on those who have managed to escape their attacks so far. It's heartbreaking to think that over 200 Palestinian children are dying every day from starvation, while others search through garbage for food and orphan kids wander the streets looking for their families. Can you imagine the horror? Doctors Without Borders say that even 5-year-olds want to end their lives because of this ongoing cruelty. It's shameful that we've allowed this to happen without doing more to stop it. But it's not just Israel and America to blame. Leaders in the Muslim world have also failed the Palestinian people. They're begging us to understand that they hold these leaders accountable for their suffering. Even starving children in Gaza know that Arab leaders have done nothing to help them. This betrayal goes deeper than many realize.
حكام العرب اسمعوا يا اللي تركتونا في غزة نموت يا اللي تركتونا في غزة ننبات يا اللي تركتونا في غزة أطفالنا ونسائنا وشيوخنا وشبابنا
Some Arabs in the Emirates proudly support Israel in Dubai. Saudi Arabia promises to make friends with Israel while terrible things are happening in Palestine. They won't recognize Afghanistan's Islamic government. Egypt is building bigger walls to stop Palestinians from finding safety in Sinai. And if that's not enough to make you angry, think about this. While Israel is making Palestinian kids starve in Gaza, Jordan and Turkey sell lots of fruits and vegetables to Israel. Malaysia, a good country in the Muslim world, says these countries should stop supporting Israel. The USA is also involved. But the truth is, these Middle Eastern governments benefit a lot from the power and money the United States gives them. They won't help the Palestinians because they're scared of upsetting the US. Basically, they profit from US imperialism and don't feel bad about it at all.
A strategic partner with the United States. UAE is not going to go and fight any of the United States allies. We're going to fight on the same line. We're going to defeat the same enemy. We're going to be there to support you like we did in Afghanistan. Your troops were moving under our aircrafts protecting them. And I think that is how the US should look at it. Having a strategic ally is more important than a commercial deal, because we are not, like I said, enemies. United Arab Emirates does not want to be a friend of the United States. We want to be the best friend of the United States.
And let's not even talk about Iran and its allies. They say they're against Israel and other big powers, but they're really just trying to make themselves stronger in the region. Instead of helping, they bomb and kill Muslims in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. And what about the United Nations, Arab League, and Organization of Islamic Cooperation? They've totally failed to protect Palestinians from genocide, as well as Muslims in places like India, Kashmir, East Turkestan, and Myanmar. They're more interested in helping Western powers and the oil-rich Arab Gulf countries. This brings me back to the main point of this episode. If Muslims and Arabs don't start imagining a better future, they'll never get out of the control of Western and Zionist oppression. We need a new way of thinking, a better way. Muslims make up a big part of the world, but many are poor or ruled by oppressive governments that only care about themselves. There's a better way to approach things. It's not simple, but it begins with thinking creatively and imagining a world where all Muslims live peacefully. I want to share a speech I found by Sheikh Hammam Said, an Islamic preacher. He talks about how Palestinians and other Arabs are held back by old borders from colonial times. He's not suggesting violence, though. Instead, he urges Muslims to unite and govern themselves based on Islamic values like fairness and peace.
الذين يطالبون الدول العربية فتح المعابر وفتح الحدود. كيف تخاطب إنسانا أنشئ بميثاق سايكس بيكو؟ هذا لا يخاطب به، لأنه في واد وأنت في واد آخر. هذا مشروعه غير مشروعك. أنت مشروعك التحرير، هو مشروع العبودية. أنت مشروعك إخراج اليهود من فلسطين، ومشروعه إبقاء اليهود في فلسطين. أنا أخاطب الشباب أن لا تخاطبوا الأنظمة العربية ولا تسألوها عن هذا الأمر، فليست له أهل حتى نخاطبها، لأن الأمة التي تخاطبكم تحسن الظن بكم، وما عدنا نحسن الظن بأحد.
This unity could prevent tragedies like the suffering in Palestine or Kashmir. It's about imagining a united Islamic world where Muslims make their own decisions, not outsiders. Many Muslims feel powerless, like in Saudi Arabia, where most people oppose ties with Israel, but their leaders still support it. But change is possible. People are already making a difference, like with the BDS movement against Israel. It's up to you to think about how you can contribute. That's all for today. Please subscribe and support us in exposing injustices in the Muslim world. We rely on your support to produce, sustain, and expand this channel. For now, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and stay blessed.